I want to highlight too, though, that you also started in your 30s, and a lot of people think in your 30s it's too late,
Right.
which is not true. I mean, even if you start in your 30s, like by the time you retire, like even if you have a few properties, like that's huge.
Right. And I was 31 years old. I thought I was a failure at the time because it was right during the downturn. Everyone's home values were less than what they paid for them. And I didn't know I was doing the right thing at the time because I felt like a failure. But as soon as I could, I got into the real estate investing, and it's definitely a game changer for me.
Can't imagine a world where Dan thinks he's a failure.
Isn't that crazy? Though?
Oh, it
Like,
happens
looking back
almost on
50
the
plus
daily,
years?
but
That means you're doing it right.
but then I put my shoes on and I'm okay. We're good.
I think you're too hard on yourself.
Yeah. Well, I think real estate's just like anything. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And when you've done 700 transactions, you're going to know a few things more than when you did, your first transaction.
That's such a
My
My
wild
first
number.
couple transactions, I made so many mistakes, and it's kind of like a little kid learning to throw a ball. You ask them to play catch with you. They're like, I'm not good at ball. I'm like, well, you just need some practice. Let's just toss it back and forth. And after like 5 or 10 minutes, these kids are like beaming. And all they just need is an adult to encourage them. And I feel like real estate's the same way. If you haven't done it before, you think it's hard, but once you've done it, it's not hard.
So what you're saying is, if you want to get into real estate, especially if you're going to buy a home, you should probably have a realtor, loan officer, or some kind of specialist who can not just teach you, but encourage you so you can be successful.
Yeah, you need a whole room of people and just use them all. Use and abuse them. Yep.
Sounds good.
Coming soon, Dan. Get ready. But to kind of wrap up, I have the last two questions we want to ask. The first one is, in your opinion, because real estate seems to just be this big hairy beast that most people just don't really know about. And then when you throw house hacking in there, it gets overwhelming pretty quick. So what are some of the main talking points about house hacking that you think are like, I don't know, underrated? Like, what are some of the benefits that not a lot of people are talking about?
Gosh. So yeah, I that's a tough one. I feel like a lot of people, they're just scared of the unknown. They're scared of renting to someone. They're scared of what if they trash the house. They should be scared of 10,400 net worth is what they should be scared of. You know what I mean?
That's a good point to put. Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a pathway to home ownership, and some people love it so much they don't do it any other way. They just, every time they buy a house, they make sure the builder puts a basement apartment, even if it's in half the basement. That's a rental, right?